You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out.
Having an assistant is not something that you should even think about if you don't have no money, right?
Usually artist to artist don't, you know what I mean? He's a producer, but he's still an artist. We don't attack each other like that. Like you would swear that he knows me directly. Like he knows my story and why. It's like, where are you coming from?
Jermaine Dupri responds, after former En Vogue's lead singer Dawn Robinson, she was attacked after he spoke about her living out of her car for 3 years. He writes, I'm sorry she viewed what I was saying as an attack. It feels like she didn't watch my video. She heard what someone said, because if you watch my video, I was trying to defend her because I watched her video very thoroughly and realized that she was saying this was her choice.
Polish.
And somebody also said she has an assistant. I saw Jermaine Dupri weighing in and saying, you know, this is her choice. This is what she wants to do. She has an assistant. You're not, you know, unhoused with an assistant.
Right, exactly. And for that comment, I was like, first of all, I've only met him once in my life, if that. I remember being around, but not directly meeting him. So I don't even think we said hello and shook hands or gave a hug. So I was shocked. Usually artist to artist don't, you know what I mean? He's a producer, but he's still an artist. We don't attack each other like that. Like you would swear that he knows me directly. Like he knows my story and why. It's like, where are you coming from? It was a shock, but I'm like, some people have to just be negative. And he doesn't know my story, so he's assuming, instead of reaching out to me directly and saying, hey, you know, I heard about your situation. What do you need? Are you okay?
It's her choice to be in the car. I saw somebody send a message to say, Jermaine, Monica, all of y'all, can y'all put some money together to help Dawn out? From my understanding, for her to speak on it the way she spoke on it, she was basically saying that she saw other people living in their vans, living in RVs, and she welcomed the idea of doing this. Somebody said her choice or limited options. Having an assistant is not something that you should even think about if you don't have no money, right? And I'm bringing this up because Dawn, when she was telling the story in her car today about her living in her car for the last 3 years, she said, I was telling my assistant, and when she said that, I said, oh, wait a minute. It changed my whole vibe of what I was watching, because ain't no goddamn way she got an assistant. And she ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Yeah, Mr. Watson, when you ain't got no money and you out here just doing what you got to do, you do by yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You moving around by yourself. Ain't nobody getting ready to sit up under you and just kick it for nothing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it might be some people that will stick there for a little bit, but 3 years? She said she been in her car for 3 years. Ain't no 3 years of an assistant staying around and ain't getting no money. If you ain't got no money, how they gonna help you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money to pay them. Yeah. It don't even make sense, right? It don't make sense. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody pays attention to the whole scope of this story, because that's what I heard, and that made me think, wait a minute. She got an assistant. I don't know if she broke. She might not have all the money that she wanted.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA, and he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. And So I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. Because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there. And so I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month. And then my hotel was over $3,000. Yeah. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. So every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem?
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.